y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all been, man? I am looking at a humongous spider web. Hold on, let me show y'all real quick. He ain't no big spider or nothing. Focus now. Focus up on it. Hold on, let me clean y'all's eyes real quick. Focus up on it. Can you focus on it? I don't know if it's gonna focus, but it's there. It's right there. He just made him a nice little web, but buddy, you gonna have to go, buddy. You're interfering with my work. You're on my car, really. You're gonna have to go, buddy. But yeah, y'all, besides new people in my shop hanging around making homes, I guess you would call it, we're here finna finish up building this drive shaft. Finna get that piece that I cut a few days ago. Well, yeah, because I didn't come to work yesterday. I had to finish editing up videos. My charger decided to die on me. It took a big old hefty dump on me right in the middle of the day. And I didn't get a chance to finish editing up like I wanted to. Ran around looking for chargers and stuff. Got one. It didn't want to work, so I had to take it back, get a refund. Then I got another one, and it works kind of okay. It works well enough, and yeah, so. But yeah, y'all, that's what we got going on today, man. We're going to get this, that piece of drive shaft that I cut off, the other drive shaft, connect to the input shaft of the 350, you know, the 4-speed, because it has a little piece of drive shaft that's already on there. So we're going to weld that on there, or tack weld it. Then we're going to tack weld it to the other side of the Nissan drive shaft and go from there. Maybe we can tack weld it. I don't know if the open end side of that one drive shaft won't be too big for this Nissan drive shaft, so might have to cut some more, splice it. I don't know. We're going to find out. But that's what we got going on today, y'all, so let's get to work. Alright, y'all, so first things first, before we get to doing any kind of welding, anything like that, we got to make this look a little bit better. This is kind of even already. It just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. But this side needs to bring this down some, bring it on down. So we're gonna flat disc it, and if anything, we put it over there on the grinder. So we might go to the grinder anyway, because just looking at this grinder wheel on here, it ain't got too much life left in it. But let's get to work, y'all. Level this out, clean this up, get this cleaned up, and then go try to tack weld this onto the input shaft on the drive shaft of the Granny 4-speed and the other end of the Nissan drive shaft. So let's do it. Alright, y'all, so we grinded down this one side of the drive shaft extension pieces, if you want to call it that. We might grind off these little weighted things, I guess. I'm assuming that's what that is. Might grind that off too, but we're going to go up under the Nissan. We're going to grab that output shaft, or the end of a piece of a drive shaft that's on the Granny 4-speed, pull that off, tack weld it onto here, and then we're going to slap it all back in. Oh, well, we need to grind that one down, too, because I think the guy cut it with a blowtorch, I think. So it's all slagged up and, like, lumpy and bumpy and stuff. So we're going to get that. Also, oh, snap. I got so much water in the road. I'm watering the grass. I got to go fix that. But, yeah, that's the next move, man. We're going to go grab that and, yeah, I need to go get this water. But, yeah, we're going to level out that drive shaft. We're going to take it off the Nissan. So let me go get this water. Well, hello. How are you? Meet me up under this car on this fine afternoon. Just cleaning yourself? Alright. Yes, you can do that. Oh, you going to clean me too? Alright. I guess you can do that too. I might need a bath. I don't know. Anyway, y'all, this is what we're here to take off. We're gonna cut this, not cut this off, but We're gonna unbolt it from right here, and then there's more on the other side right there. I want to say, for filling it, I want to say it's 12 or maybe a 13. It's not real big, so it's probably like a 12 or a 13. So let me get the socket so I can get this off, and then we're gonna weld this to the other end of my drive shaft. All right, y'all. So we got the drive shaft in that was on the Granny's 4-speed. We got it off. We got it out. You see how it looks like they blow torched it or something? So we got to make this even. Got to make this even. Well, I mean, I guess we really don't have to, because the plan is right, and we're gonna make this fit in here by cutting it right here. Cut a section out here to tighten this up around this, so I can tack weld this, and then do the same thing on this side for the drive shaft on the Nissan, and then the drive shaft to be built, and we'll have a drive shaft for the Nissan. So let's get to work. Alright, y'all, so we was doing our cutting, got this piece out, and I came to a realization that I can't squeeze that piece back together. I don't have the manpower. I'm strong, you know what I'm saying? I'm strong, but I'm not squeezing drive shaft metal together from a cut strong, you know. I don't got no tools to do that around here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this piece. We're just gonna yeet this on over there. But before we yeet this over there, we're going to use this to cut another piece out this drive shaft that we got this piece from. And we're going to use that and cut that like you would pie cuts, like, you know, for exhaust and stuff like that. So we're going to cut that, and instead of, I guess it wouldn't be pie cuts, it would be like rectangle cuts or something like that, rectangular cuts or whatever. So I can use those because these diameters aren't nowhere close to matching up with the piece that I have in the drive shaft on the Nissan. The drive shaft on the Nissan is actually smaller than the piece that I got off the Granny 4-speed. So that's the plan. I can cut that piece off to this size or a little more, then cut rectangle cuts out of it and use that as my extension, and then whatever I have left over, I can use the piece in together to make a full extension piece, basically. It's going to be a lot of cutting and a lot of welding. But hey, I needed to practice up on my welding anyway, and I think I got some cutting wheel left to do all that. So yeah, that's the plan now. That's the new plan. We're going to get this over there. Then after we get this, after we get this over there to the drive shaft and then measure it out again, we're going to use this. We're going to get this out of here. It was a good idea at first, but I did not have the tools to squeeze that gap together. So that's the new plan. So let's get to it. Alright, y'all, so we got the pieces cut. We got them not so uniform. They're not all together uniform, but that doesn't matter. But anyway, we got them cut. They're real jagged and sharp, so I have to be careful with these things. But yeah, we got the pieces cut, and we're gonna end up tack welding. See how I made the bevel already. We're gonna end up tack welding these things to the input shaft. I put it in one of these drawers, but we're gonna put it on. We're gonna tack weld it to the input shaft that I took off the granny 4-speed. Then we're gonna slap it back in, line it up with the Nissan drive shaft, and then tack weld that one on there too, and then try to finish it out. Then we gotta pull the drive shaft out and everything, and then finish it out, and then see what else we gotta fill in with weld and extra metal pieces and stuff like that. So, but we're running out of time. It's getting dark outside, and I don't want to be doing this in the dark time, so we're just gonna pick up tomorrow with this and get to welding and tack welding and pulling drive shafts out and things like that. So, see you guys tomorrow. Yo, what's up, y'all? It's another day. It's been a long day already. It's already probably like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Spent most of my morning with the homeboy Eli, because he's trying to get a full tourist together, and we've been searching for parts all morning. Well, we returned the transmission, then we had somebody look for the right part, then we had to hassle with them, and but so that's where my morning went. But that's all good. But we're gonna get back to cleaning up and welding up and, you know, making the drive shaft. So we already got the pieces cut. We just gotta make them nice, clean them up, and weld them up. Weld them to that piece, and then put it back on, and then weld it to the Nissan drive shaft. So without making this intro any more longer than it needs to be, or it's not even intro, but making this section any longer than it be, we just gonna get to work. So let's get to work, y'all. Okay, y'all, so we had problems yesterday. We had some problems yesterday with the welder getting it welding and going. I need to get some new, like, tips for it, because the wire was getting, like, stuck in it, basically. But yeah, we were having problems with the welder yesterday, but I went ahead and finished out. I didn't finish it out, but I went ahead and got those pieces welded up to the output shaft that's on the granny 4-speed. So now we got to put this thing back up under there, get it bolted up, and then tack weld it to the drive shaft of the Nissan. Then get the Nissan drive shaft out, and then finish out all these welds. It's going to be a long process. My dad told me that I should have got a clamp or something for that other piece, or a C-clamp or something like that to squeeze them all together. But I was like, I ain't got no money. What you want me to do? And he said he had C-clamps, but we already got this far. Let me show you the piece, because I did not show y'all in the last clip because I just cut it. Like I said, we had welding problems. So let me show you this piece real quick, and then we'll get to that. So yeah, y'all, this is the piece. I grinded it right there, and then got it all welded up. Now I know they're ugly. They are ugly. Like I said, we had problems with the welder yesterday, so please forgive me, but they're welded up. We're probably gonna run some more passes on it, but they're holding strong. Probably gonna take a grinder to it too. We'll make them a little bit more pretty, but so yeah, that's the piece. So I already told you guys what we're gonna do. Get up under the car, put it back in, get it tack welded to the Nissan drive shaft, and then finish out these welds, man. So let's get to work. Okay, y'all. So I was over here I was trying to get started on doing everything that I just said. You know, putting the the drive shaft, output shaft back to the granny 4-speed, welding it up and everything like that. But I jumped a few steps, man. So what it's looking like we're gonna have to do first is we're gonna have to clean this lens because everything's a little blurry right now. Clean the lens out. That's a little better. There we go. That's a little better. So now that that's out the way, the serious work can begin. We're gonna have to pull this Nissan drive shaft out first because what do you call it? I guess where it made it up to the transmission first, like the slip yoke or whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it. Anyway, that part is still on the end of that drive shaft, and I was gonna cut that off. And the drive shaft needs to be cleaned, like, you know, grind it down a little bit so I can make some good welds. So basically, long story short, the drive shaft of the Nissan needs to come out first. So, new itinerary. Pull the drive shaft out, get it cut, cleaned, put the drive shaft back in, then put in the makeshift extension piece back into the output shaft of the granny 4-speed, then get back up under there, then weld that to the other end of the Nissan, then pull everything back out again and finish welding it up. So that's what we got going. So let's get to it. Let's get to work, y'all. Yeah, put in some work today, y'all. Let's go. Okay, like I said, we're trying to take out the drive shaft, which is right here. We're trying to take that out. And the bolts are pretty tight. But the car is up in the air, so as I try to turn on these bolts, the tires move. Well, at least that one did, because this one, the e-brake is actually working on this one. So, I grabbed the jack, and thinking, after I laid here for like a couple minutes, let's just go ahead and not lie, 30 minutes to 20 minutes, wondering how I'm going to keep this tire from turning when I spin these bolts. So, I grabbed the jack, and I pushed it up against that axle. And I thought that would kind of work, and it kind of does work. But, I turned hard enough, and this tire begins to spin. So the e-brake's not holding hard enough for me to be able to turn it. So what we're going to go ahead and do is go ahead and cut this, grind that, clean this up, and then just go ahead and weld it like the original plan, but in the car. So yeah, let's get that done, y'all. We didn't have 2-3 different plan changes. It ain't going very well. So we're just gonna leave this in the car and get that done. So yeah, let's do it. And also, I'm going to just put y'all down somewhere because the cutting wheel and everything throws sparks, and my phone is already damaged. So yeah, I'll see you guys after I get this done. All right, y'all. So it's a new day, new clothes. I'm in my long johns and everything. It's a new day. Yesterday ran long trying to get this Nissan drive shaft out. I almost had a near-death experience. It was real bad yesterday. This drive shaft was fighting me every which way yesterday. So that's why it's a new day. But let me tell y'all what happened. I did get the drive shaft out. I got it out. I got it cleaned up. I got it cut to where I want it and everything like that. I haven't tack welded in there, so that's what we're doing today. We putting it all back together and getting it in there so we can tack weld it and stuff like that. That's what we're doing today. But let me tell y'all what happened yesterday. Yesterday was going after that clip that I was telling y'all I was trying to get all this stuff out because the sparks and stuff on my phone. I don't want to damage my phone. I got up under there and got to trying to undo the drive shaft. The bolts on the diff that connected Nissan drive shaft to the diff, they were on there tight, and the back wheels were up in the air because I jacked it up, and so the wheels were turning. So, and with the drive shaft not being connected to nothing, the wheels would turn every time I try to turn the bolts. So I'm over there trying to figure out how I'm gonna keep these wheels from turning. So I grabbed my newer, well, it's pretty much new, my power torque jack, and I put it up under that axle. It was the passenger side wheel that was turning. So I put it up under that axle, try to keep it from turning. And then I get back to doing it again. And then find out that the driver's side wheel wants to get to turning, but the e-brake's not strong enough to keep it from turning. So that gets to turning. So I'm up under there. I'm like, man, you know what? Let's just clean it up and cut it in the car. I tried to do that, and that didn't work. But what happened was when I went to go let that jack down off the axle, the car shifted, and it made one of the car stands slide, and it almost dropped the Nissan on my chest. I recorded it. I put it on TikTok, and I'll insert that clip right now. Ooh. Hey y'all. Hey, your boy almost died, dog. Your boy almost died. Ooh. When they say that jack stand get to slipping. Ooh. Hey, boy. Ooh, boy, your boy shaking, boy. Let me show y'all, man. Ooh. Look at that, y'all. Okay. So, as I was coming down, Hazel, please move, baby. I need you to get up out the way. Get up, mama. I don't want nothing to happen to you. Yeah, so that happened. Your boy's still shaking. Yeah, that happened as I was coming down with the jack. No, mamas, I need you to not get up under the car. You lay down somewhere else, but I'm getting up too. I'm not staying here. So please move. Whew. Yeah, y'all. Your boy shook up. Jeez. So yeah, y'all. Your boy almost got crushed up under the Nissan yesterday. And that was definitely not an experience your boy wanted to have, but it happened. I don't even know. I didn't want to keep working after that. I feel like the day was done, and it kind of was. And when my dad got back, he came and helped me. He helped me figure out how to keep the wheels from turning. We put a pry bar in between the yoke of the drive shaft to keep it from turning. And that way we got the bolts undone. So I didn't think about that until literally after he pulled up. That came to my mind after that too. And then he had the same idea, but a little too late for where everything had already happened. But either which way, we did get it out. I got it cut. I got it ground down. And now we up to the stage of today. So that's what happened, y'all. That is what happened. That's why it's another day. Plus, it was getting late, and I needed to go to the store and pick up a few things so I could cook tonight to have something to eat because I hadn't ate all day. But, yeah, so that's what happened yesterday, man. But, like I said, for today, we getting the back up under the Nissan again, throwing this, the drive shaft back in it so we can line it up with the other piece of drive shaft, tack weld it, and then finish out the wheels today. So, without further ado, making this intro thing, whatever, next day kind of thing, any longer, let's just get to work. Alright, so we got them both in. Both the drive shaft ends. They both in. Yep. Just gotta see if I can do this with one hand, really. Like that. Yep. And tack weld them in. Actually fits up pretty good. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Now, let's tack weld it in. See what it does. Alright, you guys, so we got the drive shaft out of the Nissan. It's right here. We got it tack welded as well, right here and right there. Now, the thing is ugly. And it's going to be ugly after I get done welding it. And it's also not straight whatsoever. But it'll work for my purposes of right now. I don't know really. Honestly, the car is really far gone. The frame is like non-existent on one side. Flies messing with me. It's pretty bad under there. But we knew that already. So I want to kind of do this car right, but at the same time, I want to find a different body or another Nissan. Hopefully one of these days I will, and we'll do that one all the way right. But for right now, as these purposes of trying to get this one running and driving under its own power before it falls apart on itself because it's rusty like no other, this one will work. So like I said, we got it out. It's tack welded. Now we just got to finish out the welds, finish all these welds up, finish these ones up, finish welding these ones up. And yeah, that's kind of the goal right now. So let's get to work. The drive shaft is welded. It's not completely welded how I wanted it to, but the gaps is too big to be welding like that. Some of them I can weld, some of them I can't. They're real big, and I don't feel like cutting and making things for a drop shaft that's not even gonna really stay in the car. Or it might. I don't know, man. This car is really messed up. I don't know. This car is missing frames, and I fight the battle of wanting to finish it out, and well, I'm gonna finish it out, but I'm fighting the battle of do I want to do everything right, get it all one day, or just I'm leaning more towards getting another car, the same Nissan Datsun. I'm just leaning towards this one being my fun car, my little play around car, whatever, until it falls apart, and then getting another Datsun and doing that one right. Because I had this comment that popped up in one of my shorts, and it said it was about a scarab or something like that. We'll talk more about that in the next video. But we got the drive shaft welded up in this one, and here it is. It's right here, welded up. Now it's ugly. Like I told you, it's ugly. But I had to do a whole bunch of squeezing and pulling and everything. But yeah, it's welded up. It's all done, and it's ready to go back into the Nissan. But it's still kind of hot. The weld is hot. The end of the shaft is kind of alright. It's real warm, but I need to let this thing cool down before I put it back in the shop. And it's already getting dark outside. The sun is barely peeking right now, so we're gonna come back tomorrow. Also, because my phone's gonna die, so might as well wait till tomorrow. So yeah, we're just gonna finish everything up in the next video, y'all. So until next time, when I come back and put this drive shaft back in, we're probably gonna do the drive shaft and then get started on putting the radiator in it. If these flies leave me alone. But yeah, y'all, until next time, man. Y'all have a nice night. Y'all be good, be safe, and get your project cards done. Do what you can with what you got. See you next time.